This will prevent me from having to worry about stream breakage, and also it takes quicker time for me to get ready. Hello everyone! Bubble Ninja 720 are bringing you part 43 of my live stream adventure of Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, it has been a while. I haven't done much with the house. I've done a bit. As you can see, I've got my desk going, got a little bit of wallage going. I'm gonna try and break up this into like a hallway and 2 rooms, like a bedroom and maybe a bathhouse or something. We'll see how it goes. But that's the upstairs. This will be like a little kitchen prep area. Yeah, and then this one will probably get moved too. This is gonna be like a dining / living area. This might be a little bit of a storage area. Here's my retainers, my flower pots. This is impermanent, of course. I might move stuff around. More wallage. Put a little cabinet there. I actually might move my flower pots there. And down here is blank, because I haven't figured it out yet. I did get a mineral deposit though. Mineral display, I mean. But anyways, today, last time I believe was, I think it was the New Year's event? No, it was the Valentine's event. That was the last one. This one is Little Ladies' Day. But first off, gotta go check out my garden, which is long overdue to being picked. But I wanted to see what my rewards were on live, since I felt bad setting up my house off camera. Pardon me, I was hiccuping a little bit. And I still haven't done much out here, and it's gone to seed a little bit. Alright, so what do I have here? That's curial root. Okay, so the way this is going to be, the ones with the purple or pink flowers I'm going to keep, just so I don't have to spend as much on soil and seeds. Now, let's see. I didn't get anything out of that one. I kind of figured I wouldn't, because I don't think I reset that one. Lemon seeds. Life's giving me lemons. More sun lemon seeds. There's one curial root. Didn't get anything out of that curial root. Didn't get anything out of that one. Got apricot kernels. Bollocks. I got one curial root seed. I don't have anything there, so let's go ahead over. Oh yeah, also, I'm keeping it set to private for now. Until I kind of finish it up. Nothing sold. Nothing there anyways to go. What goes here? Anything goes here? No. My last guy, he's the one. He's the one that holds, yep, all my seeds. Sun lemon, apricot kernels, the curial root in. Trying to see if I have anything. So, white seeds, alamigan, black pepper, almond, garlic, midland, lavender, chamomile. I've only got 3 soils. Oof. It's gonna be a bit of a problemo. Oh well. Alright, so as I said, we're gonna go and do the Ladies' Day. Participate. We're in the perfect spot because it's in Ulda. Hey little bro, how's it going? Been a bit. Yes, I remember that episode. What was it? Do I hear 6 or was it 7? Something like that. I forgot how many androids Trunks neglected to talk about. The Aetherite Plaza, I believe. It has been a bit. I need to start streaming more often, but my life is just too chaotic with my schedule right now. Oh wow, I got a lot of unlocks around here too. Way of the Samurai, Rise and Fall of a Gentleman. Ooh, I should probably do that one. Peace for Thanalin, that's an unlock for a Beast Tribe. Maybe I'll do the side quest today. I hear you. Could unlock Samurai as well. I'm lost. Where is... Oh, it's over here. Got a friend over here. People on your friends list show up as orange. Inheritance. Begging your pardons, good sir, but you are an adventurer, are you not? If so, I should be obliged for your kind assistance. I am the Royal Seneschal, and it is my honor to oversee Little Lady's Day. In case you are unfamiliar, the festival celebrates all the maidens of the realm, and my duty is to see that each and every lady is treated as a princess. For this year's celebration, we are planning to distribute replicas of an antique folding fan to participants. Wishing to learn more about said fan, Miss Alditha, the scion of House Thorn, has taken it upon herself to investigate its origins. Yeah, right. Alas, she has ever had a frail constitution and is feeling unwell. For now she rests at my insistence, but passionate as she is about the celebration, I worry that she won't stay put. Thus would I turn to you for help. In order to take the burden off my lady, who is also a treasured princess this day, might I prevail upon you to assist with her investigation? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm truly grateful. Now Miss Alditha should be resting on a bench in the Gold Court. So pray seek her out there, and leave her in your capable hands. Roger. Yeah, well, I think I'll do the Rise and Fall of a Gentleman after I take care of this. It is a very funny storyline of a very Manderville variety. I'm pretty sure you'll get a kick out of it, little bro. Among other people. The Steps would get a good kick out of it too, I bet. It'd be right up his alley in terms of comedy. Ugh. Oh yeah, by the way, this event has been kind of like a little bit of a Debbie Downer in terms of the I guess the emotion of it. Because it centers around this lady right here. She's basically the heir of the Thorn dynasty kind of thing. And apparently the females of this family are born with a malady where they are easily tired and they basically can die of exhaustion easily. And they're usually kept in like a cage kind of thing, but they're stuck in their house for pretty much every day for their entire life to try to keep them alive for as long as possible. and it's just, yeah. What do you mean they broke the assassin? Oh, my apologies, I didn't notice you there. Pardon me, but I do not believe we've met. Is there something you require? So the Royal Seneschal sent you. Well, I would be lying if I said that I didn't need the help. I'm in the worst way than I had realized. I'm supposed to meet with 2 people as part of my investigation, but loath as I am to admit it, I'm in no condition to be up and about. As you may already know, I'm investigating the origins of an antique folding fan, the very one beside me, which I found in the Thorn Manor one day. Curious about the design, which is unseen in Ul'dah, I turned to the history books, and discovered that it is of a style used in the palace during the Thorn dynasty. Further research revealed that Princess Edvia, my ancestor who gave rise to Little Ladies' Day, once used such a fan in a dance she performed at a royal soiree. It was very beautiful by all accounts, and I should have liked to see it. Inspired by this discovery, I consulted the Royal Seneschal, and it was decided that we would make replicas of the fan as gifts for this year's celebration. However, when we showed the fan to the artisan we hired, he declared that, while undeniably designed in the Thorn style, it was crafted much more recently, no more than a few decades ago at most. This led me to wonder, who had this fan made and why? With my mother no longer with us, I went and asked my father, but he claimed to know nothing about it and said no more. Sounds like he's hiding something. Though he married into the family, he is the present head of House Thorn. If even he does not know, then I have to seek answers elsewhere. Oh, wow. Well, I do plan on getting back into that game to finish it, so we'll see. You'll have to send me the, I bet you that rune word's probably a higher level, though. Additionally, if we learned how the fan was used during Princess Edvia's time, I thought that we could share the knowledge during the celebration. Thus did I arrange to meet with people who are versed in the history of our family. As I am now, however, I can scarcely stand without feeling faint. I'm sorry to impose, but might I trouble you to attend the appointments in my stead? Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm in your debt. Now you will want to take the fan with you. Please show it when you meet the individuals in question. One is a reporter from the Mithril Eye who will be at the Arzeneth ossuary, and the other is a historian who will be at the quicksand. Alrighty. We'll just go back this way. Shouldn't take me too long to knock this out. Oh wow, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's basically a given. If you're going to... If there's something like that in the game that's going to be broken and people find it, they're going to exploit the shit out of it. It's like a universal constant. Where could Alditha be? Can I help you? This fan, Alditha sent you, I take it. Very well then, I'll tell you what I know. When Alditha reached out about an antique fan she found, I was instantly reminded of a similar one that I saw long ago. By her description alone I couldn't be certain, but to see it here and now, there's no doubt in my mind. This fan once belonged to Alditha's mother, Claudia. She was still half a girl at the time, 15 summers old perhaps, when I interviewed her for a Little Ladies' Day article. That day she had this very fan with her. She was out of sorts, though, and begged to sit down and rest. As tired as she looked, I decided to cut the interview short and ended up writing about something else. I must say I find it a little strange that Aldetha should ask me about the fan. It belonged to her mother, after all. Surely she would know about it. Sounds like Daddy Dearest is hiding something. Sadly, I missed out on some of the years that I had to unsubscribe to this game for a bit, take a little hiatus. They had cherry blossom trees for housing and such as a reward, and now you have to pay real money for them. Sad stuff. Well, of course they're gonna cry for it because they either A, don't like the class, or B, they're tired of people burning it out. It's always gonna be naysayers. You can't pander to everyone. You pander to everyone, you end up taking care of no one. Can I help you with something? I'm actually supposed to meet someone here, but she appears to be late. Ah, so you've come on Miss Alditha's behalf, and this is the fan she wished me to inspect. Indeed, it is of a style hailing from the Thorn dynasty. It is said that Princess Edvia carried such a fan when she attended functions. In those days, it was considered meet for noble women to cover their faces, to which end they carried folding fans on their persons. But as the legend of the Lost Lady would attest, Princess Edvia didn't concern herself with social norms. And at a royal soiree, far from using her fan to cover her face, she used it to perform an impromptu dance. The Sultan and his retinue of seneschals looked on aghast, but the guests were captivated by her performance and erupted in rapturous applause when she finished. That dance came to be known as the Little Lady's Dance, and it is said to have been passed down through the women of House Thorn. The fan you hold, I expect, was crafted for that very purpose. Curious, though, as a daughter of House Thorn, it seems to me that Miss Alditha should be aware of this legacy. In any case, I hope I was able to be of some help to her. Pray pass along my regards. Yeah, I did notice that when I was doing my playthrough on my assassin. I was getting my tail handed to me with the fact that I was missing a lot. Hopefully that's a little bit better on the upkeep. Alright, where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going back to the center. Gotta go back to the gold coat. Oh yeah, I'll do that later. There's a orchestrion sheet to buy. Oh, and if y'all are wondering why my money is in the millions right now, it's because I had pulled everything out so that way I could go and just buy what I need for housing, because you can't make the partitions. You can only buy them. You can't make them. Yeah. Ah, you are returned. Thank you for attending the appointments in my stead. So, did you learn aught of interest? Yeah. Here's your fan back, by the way. Jibba jabba. What? The fan was my mother's, and it was used to perform the Little Lady's Dance, a dance passed down through the women of our line. Forgive me, but I'm not sure what to think. I never knew about any of this, about neither the fan nor the dance. Why didn't my mother share the tradition with me? Oh, nice. I'm gonna say she didn't have the chance. Yes, I feel that is the only plausible explanation. My mother succumbed to illness when I was little. Even if she had wished to pass on the tradition, she never had the chance to do so. Well, it'd be kind of cool if I ended up... I know I'm pretty close to the end of the game, but it'd be awesome if Terra Zone were to crop up while I was doing my playthrough. Be that as it may, my father must have known something. I know not why he claimed otherwise of feigned ignorance about the fan, nor do I expect that he would willingly talk. Still, I want to know about the dance and about my mother. I'm sorry to impose yet again, adventurer, but won't you help me find the answers? Sure. This means a lot to me, thank you. Now then, if my mother appeared at Little Lady's Day with her fan, it seems likely that she performed the dance there. On that assumption, I propose we look for those who knew my mother around when she was involved in the festival. For this, wealthy middle-aged folk seems a likely place to start. Chances are they at least crossed paths with her in social circles. To that end, could you please try approaching affluent-looking individuals at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and Times Aesthetics? I shall wait you there. Wait you here. But okily dokily, let's go ahead and get this set up. Oh, damn it. Well, that's not going to get shown then. What's that? Do I know Claudia Thorne and the dance she used to perform? May I ask who's asking? It's me, the hero. Goodness me, to think Alditha had no idea. I was good friends with her mother, I'm proud to say, and would be glad to share what I know. She was quite frail, was Claudia, and constantly took ill. As a result, she seldom attended social functions and certainly never performed the little lady's dance in them. She did, however, show it to me in private, and I consider myself blessed. It was so beautiful I begged to learn it from her. She kindly taught me, and she would have dearly loved to teach Alditha too, I'm sure. Breaks my heart that she never had the chance. But if Alditha is keen to learn to dance, nothing would please me more than to teach it, poor substitute though I may be for her mother. She waits at the Gold Court, yes. I shall go and find her there at once. Alrighty, let's go check the rest of the people. Sprint! Not sponsored. Oh man, I just remembered, before I even go back to, knocking out, the rest of Diablo 2, I gotta make sure I have all my gear resituated onto my character. And I haven't touched the game in forever. And last I remember, I think I was farming on my barbarian. Okay, so right here should be someone. A Thorn woman who once danced at the festival. I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Little Lady's Day has always been a common folks' festival, after all. If anyone were to know, I dare say it would be the head of the Thorn family. 'Tis under their auspices that the celebrations take place. I don't know yet. If it has a, if they have a beta, if you have to actually sign up for it, probably not. But if they have like a demo for it on the PS4, maybe. I still haven't gotten a PS5 yet, and since my real life funds are a little shaky at best right now, I'm going to have to postpone any game buying for a bit. Have to really ride out this PS4 Pro for a bit longer. I don't know, I'm also kind of blizzarded out right now. Like, I don't know if we'll see. I'm just mad right now in terms of that stuff. You never know, though. Maybe things turn around, maybe I'll get it. Although I would like to play Diablo 1 again. Be kind of cool. Do that storyline. I wish that they would remake that one, or at least, you know, remaster it, so that way I could play it on PlayStation. Be kind of cool. And if they're gonna do that, they should throw in the Hellfire expansion. Where in the world did she disappear to? Ooh, what? Did I ever see the dance performed by Claudia Thorne? As it happens, yes I did. It was during the Little Ladies' Day celebration many years ago. Claudia was participating for the first time, and I had the honor of being her guide. By way of thanks for my company, she showed me the dance. Flourishing her fan, she moved with such majestic grace, I was left utterly transfixed. A dance so lovely should be seen by all. Won't you perform it on stage at the festival? I suggested. And to my delight, she agreed with a smile. But no sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowds than she retreated out of sight and all but collapsed to the ground. It was then that I learned of her frail constitution. Though I hadn't been aware, I felt no less terrible for making her overexert herself. I apologized profusely, begging her not to push herself ever again, and that sad look on her face when she nodded is something I have not forgotten to this day. Ah, but look at me prattle on to a complete stranger. My apologies. Now then, I was in the midst of looking for someone, so I shall excuse myself. Yeah, I've been meaning to get a new console. I want to get a PS5, but I keep hearing something about June, PS5 Pro coming out. So I'm hoping that that's true, but at the same time, I also need to make sure that my own funds are in order, and so I can get bills paid. Which, by the way, I gotta go take care of that after stream. Got an adult. Excuse me, sorry, didn't mean to belch. Yeah. That's the soda talking. Alright, where's she at? She's over here. Ooh, someone looks pretty cool. Well, I like that setup. Oh, there you are. The woman was here just now. She told me she was a friend of my mother's and kindly taught me how to perform the little lady's dance. It's as beautiful as I imagined it would be, and I cannot thank you enough for finding this person. Now then, were you able to learn aught from anyone else? My mother once performed the dance before a crowd, but the exertion was too much for her. True. There are quite a few games I'd want to get on the 5 that I'm probably going to wait, like Dead Space remake and stuff. Like I said, I haven't bought anything in a while in terms of games, but I don't get rid of my consoles either, so... And that's part of the reason why I like Sony, for the most part. The games you have on your account usually carry over, I believe. At least the digital ones. It's where Nintendo kind of gripes me, due to the fact that once you get a new console, you have to remake your account. I have yet to see a way to be able to transfer your account over. Because I had my 3DS and my Wii U, and then when I got the Switch, I had to make a whole new damn account. And of course, I don't want to... I eventually want to get the PS5 so that way I can transfer 14 over to it. Because the graphics will be better, the load times will probably be quicker, and of course, you know, I won't have to worry about being locked out like I was with when I was playing it on the 3. But I still got a little bit. We'll see. From what I've now seen, the movements may indeed be trying for those of poor health. Those such as myself. Thus did my father choose to keep the dance a secret from me, out of concern for my well-being. Or so I speculate at any rate. Lady Elditha, thank heavens I found you. Rodolph, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? Begging your pardons, my lady, but you disappeared from the manor without a word. Both your father and I have been worried sick. But all's well that ends well, and it seems that you were on hand for the young mistress. As her seneschal, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude. Now then, my lady, even as we speak, your father searches for you in the city. If you feel strong enough, let us seek him out together. It would set his mind at ease. Yes, of course. Thanks to you, I've discovered things I never knew about my family, and I would have you at my side when I meet with my father. Will you come with me? Sure. Let's finish this rabbit hole maze. Thank you. Your presence will give me the courage to seek the truth. Master Fortin should be somewhere in the Ruby Road Exchange. Please follow me. I'm just gonna go this way. I would run duty roulettes with you, buddy, but unfortunately, I need to do story. I just can't be running around doing roulettes on stream all the time. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Actually, I downloaded, since my laptop came with World of Warcraft on it, my new laptop, I decided to create a free account, and I've run around occasionally on it, even though how basic a free account for that game is. It's not very often I pop on it though. It's just a nostalgia thing. Oh, I thought someone was just floating around there. They're just using their return spell. Oh yeah, they're over here. I hate forgetting my login information though. This shit sucks trying to get that stuff reinstated. You're the man from earlier. I should have guessed you were the one who aided my daughter. Fancy coincidence, huh? I said what I said, not realizing you had come at her behest, but what's done is done. Now allow me to properly introduce myself. Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, at your service. No more secrets, father. Why did you hide the truth from me? Couldn't bring myself to tell you. Even as that fan and that dance hold fond memories of your mother, they are a painful reminder that she is gone. Couldn't bear to lose you as well, so please return the fan and forget about the dance. Although I kind of like this character a little bit because she's got that defiant streak. Father, I understand well full why you feel this way. Were I in your position, I would likely feel the same. But as much as I'm touched by your concern, I know about everything now. About Mother, about the fan, and even the dance. Yeah, right? That's what I thought when I first saw this too. Claudia? Lady Alditha, that was extraordinary. Where in the world did you learn how to dance so beautifully? Yeah, that was just like a really short thing. It was pretty much like a katana victory pose. An old friend of Mother's taught me. Despite all these years, she still remembered the entire dance down to the smallest flourish. Mother brought you great joy when she danced for you that day. On coming to understand this, I knew that I wanted you to experience that joy again. Alditha. This music kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy VII a bit. Like I once apologized to your mother, I must now apologize to you. It was wrong of me to hide the fan and the dance from you, and I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. If it is your desire to carry on the tradition, then I will not stand in your way. I think they actually fixed this story a bit now with this portion. Remember how I said they like to keep this character caged to try and preserve her? I think if I remember correctly, the way this is set up is they give her a bit more freedom. Thank you, but you know, Father, it is Little Lady's Day. Rather than an apology, is there not a more appropriate gesture for the occasion? As you say, my princess, as you say. I, Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, do hereby pledge to serve as your royal seneschal. Your every wish is my command. Except perhaps when I judge that you are overexerting yourself. After all, your highness's well-being is my foremost priority. I shall bear that in mind. Without further ado, then, my first wish is to instruct festival staff in the Little Lady's dance, that we may share it with all who participate in the festivities. If that is your wish, then it is mine as well. On this day all ladies are princesses, and everyone should by rights inherit the dance passed down in our family. Sweet. We finished it. Cool. It only took about 40 minutes. I have a gift for you, adventurer, as a token of my gratitude. It isn't much, but please accept these instructions for the dance along with a replica of my mother's fan. Right? Or like a really... Yeah, calm. That is right. Now then, there's no time to waste. We must distribute these fans to as many people as possible and share with them the history of the dance. This will be a Little Lady's Day to remember. Oh yes, it will. That was a very awkward thumbs up, but I'll take it. Now I can dance like a lady. And I got an achievement. Let's see how this looks. Got a little bit of lag. God, it looks so cheesy on a male. That's hilarious. Alright, I got... Keanu Reeves is fabulous. You can get the Decisions Orchestrion role, and you can get an advertisement flyer for your house. Alrighty, so like I promised, the Rise and Fall of a Gentleman is next to basically play out this event. Or, not the event, but this stream. Due Diligence, what's that one? Oh, that's a level 1 mission. Ooh, we can play Triple Triad! Let's do that right fast first. I got a card to get from him. You cannot beat my deck. I win! And I believe I got the card I needed from him. I did not get the card I needed from him. We'll try one more time. And then we'll try the rise. We'll start the rise and fall of a gentleman. Oh no, they swapped me. Ah, you stole one of my cards. That's a 2. Take it. I win. Yay, and I got the card. Nice. Yay. The rise and fall of a gentleman. Of gentlemen. I hear you've been busy as a bee, hero. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? Before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? I need to get a Ricola in. My throat's a little hoarse. Ah. I'll say no. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildebrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road. 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse. Dalamud, the calamity. All of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildebrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalamud. Aye, that's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down, though it was only recently that we found his body. I had a reason for bringing this up. Alright, so Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lich-Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Awesome. I have 45 Aetherite tickets. Let's just go ahead and port there. This, I'm going to warn you all ahead of time. Well, this is basically a goofy take on James Bond. In my opinion. It is hilarious. The entire chain spans pretty much every expansion of this game. And it's worth it. Nashu Makaraka. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You come to offer your services to me. Yeah, right. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. Ahem. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. Crotch shot. But then there was the final case, the case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down and he... Time to echo into the past, yo. This is all a joke. Big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! How'd you fooled, eh?" And we'd all laugh and laugh. It's cool. Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. I don't mind lurkers. As long as they're not causing any issues. They say no one remembers the warriors of light, their names, their faces all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. That's quite the mouthful of a title. Can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. Right? That's what I meant. I don't mind lurkers so long as they're not causing problems. I, Nashu, an Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. Probably had a few of those crop up, but I only see what's on the screen. I don't see the whole thing. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to fight him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them. And then you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Let's see where this is going. I had a turn-on over there, which is weird. I might have to sit a bit because I have to wait for a fate to pop up. Oh no, it's up! Fallen corpses writhe in style. Hurry! The fates have ordained I must complete the Manderville storyline. Oh, stop giving me the mount can't fly any higher. I can still see, now I hit my roof. Whoop. Oops. I definitely feel stronger since the last time I live streamed. Paladins got reworked last patch. Basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and beat some zombie ass for a bit until I complete the bar. Shouldn't be too much longer. I need to remap my buttons. Last kill. I got stunned at the very end. Die. Now I gotta go back to Nashu. I don't remember. It could be. They rehashed a lot of stuff from various Final Fantasies in this. A lot of nostalgia. The Claw! Yeah. I got a lot of... Alright, so... Yeah, I gotta go back to Eastern Thanalan. Darn. The Free Company guildmates are, doing an event together that I can't partake of. Oh. Welcome to Halatali, where heroes are made. I am Arl, and any friend of Hugobert is a warmly regarded acquaintance of mine. It happens. Didn't mention he used to tread the sands, did he? Been trying to get that smooth-talking son of a Hydra to take up the gladiator trade again, but gets easily distracted, Hugobert does. Now, I'll wager he didn't put two and two together when he heard your name. You're the lad Fafajoni over there was talking about, aren't you? Ha, I knew it. The liberator of Halatali himself. Thanks to you, we've made it nice and deadly in there again. Got to restore the Coliseum games to what they were. It's no lap of luxury, I warn you. Place could use some more freshening up. And there are some lurking crawlies that need a good killing, but the brass blades are on that detail. So what do you say? Care to experience the new and improved training grounds? We'd be honored to have the liberator of Halatali return as a challenger. Yeah, sure, gimme. Unlock. A new hard mode has been unlocked. And what I meant by like a bunch of different Final Fantasies reference, This line's gonna actually reference the frying pan incident. Did you find the zombies? You did. That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Curious parchment. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Saguli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Saguli. That's where I was pretty much just at. Why didn't I just go ahead and, you know, meet you there? Why do I have to talk to these people in person? There are link pearls. Final Fantasy IV's reference. Well, they take this scenario, a similar scenario. It's not an exact verbatim repeat, but it's pretty close. I wonder how far I'm gonna get into this, because it is gonna get pretty hilarious pretty quickly. And you're about to meet Hildebrand soon. This guy's fucking hilarious. I gotta go all the way down here. Thank God for flying. I'm so glad they implemented this for the old world. It is a little wonky though, because it tells you can't fly any higher, but now I'm at my highest point. Plus the flying behemoth kind of looks a little goofy. But you know, you gotta fly in style. What better way than on the back of a behemoth? I thought that was an A rank or something for a second. Yeah, right. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace, and when the leader shows himself, we strike. Let's go put this one up. A gentleman is rather than does. Arr, who summons the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey. Heroic entry. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand. Yeah, right? Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, Devourer of Brains, Undead Overlord Extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an Undead Overlord. You're a Gentleman Inspector. Inspector, Overlord, Inspector, Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry. I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Oh, yeah. She's a explosives agent. Stay your hand, my lady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector. I'll kill you trying. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility this plan will result in my... death. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Harley Quinn, too. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildebrand remembers me! Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Time for another flashback. Story filler! Yeah, right. Instead of crawling out of a rhino butt, it crawls out of the ground. I think it was a rhino butt. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... what is this place? And for what that matter, who am I? Yeah, right. Yes, those are real zombies, by the way. That's why they hunger for brains, for they lack their own. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? Yep, pretty much. And I got a Phoenix down as a reward. A tuft of Phoenix Down. Unfortunately, I can't use it during battle, and it's unique, so I can only hold one. Back in the saddle. Verily, it could be not out. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha, the Saguli Desert, I'd bet my life on it. Which means Zul'Dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Completely left Nashu in the dust. Yeah, right. It's been a year since I've done the Hildebrand chain. Uh-oh, I gotta change out my headset. 1 second. My headset's dying. Now it should be fine. I believe. Give me a second. Yeah, it's charging now. Unfortunately, this new cable is shorter, so I have to lean forward. So we guys gotta go over here. And we'll be back in Zul'Dah in no time. I don't feel like burning another Aetheryte ticket just for a short trek. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, it's more like serious mode activated. Nope. I hit the zone wall. Hey, look, I'm gonna reenact, was it Chris Hemsworth from, that one, was it? I forgot what movie it was. But, crash my motorcycle and explode. Yeah, right. I don't really do the whole leaning to look around corners thing. I do the more leaning back whenever I don't want to deal with something, though. Like, if I'm playing a horror movie, I lean back a lot whenever I think I'm about to get jump scared. Remember Dad used to like to do that whole leaning to try and look around a corner thing. Alright. Steps of Nald. So they'll be the entrance area. We'll go here first. I'm not a fan of the way Zul'Dah is set up. Or Limsa. I really only like Gridania's city setup. Right. Well, I mean, like, video games, I meant mostly. It's part of the reason why I like the Mr. X aspect of Resident Evil 2's remake. Never really could tell unless you were really paying attention to the sounds when he was going to show up. And sometimes you thought that he would be downstairs and he comes up right behind you. Sorry lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wyman. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... The duelist, eh? A weapons thief, What, you're looking for a half-naked Highlander that likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about the goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Right. I still thought that one of the best moments in my playthrough is when I thought he couldn't get up to the third floor when he actually can. Got me good. Beg your pardon, you wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags. Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Rando that you would consider him a pervert, but okay. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell. Just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wyman! Hey, Wyman! Foul almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie, I checked. You do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and that by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wyman is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Oh, that sucks. Leon's supposed to have quips. And I heard they're also removing the dog as well. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden that's what said her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity. I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Saguli. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the last's name yet. And yes, his nickname is Hildy. Come on. Pop it up. It's completed. Give me the next portion. Thank you. After her own heart. Well, hero, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Right. You never know. You might actually, they might still keep some of that stuff in. But then again, it could also be some of the cut content that they leave. Alright, so I was going to the Weaver's Guild. Yep. I'm eventually going to play that care of the remake once I get some money. It won't be right when it comes out, sadly. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen, elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession callously ripped from the hands of its owner. Yeah, right, they need to keep the Chicago typewriter in. The lady weeps and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear it to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seventh hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Coliseum, I realized it was gone. The time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. I forgot where Sunsilk Tapestries is at. Looks like it's about here. Actually, it has to be the Chicago typewriter and the full plate mail knight's armor for Ashley. There's nothing like walking around with the person you're escorting being unable to be stolen or hurt due to the fact that she weighs like a huge amount due to the armor. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. Yeah, right, clanking around. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, what strikes me as most unusual happening? In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. Now she's fallen asleep. Okay, 410 tombstones. Interesting. So Thaumaturge's Guild. Yeah, right. They need to keep that, and they need to keep the action of whenever you're giving her like a boost up, and you happen to pan your camera up at her. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 ponces, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. Right. 120 ponces? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Sure are a lot of giant crates in Uldal. At the Weaver's Guild at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. These crates are everywhere, Hero. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open. Ah, of course. I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Yes, I get to play with explosives. Nashu's delight. Target not in range. Okay, have to be right up on the explosion. Hey, look who it is. At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and a man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. Now what you think? We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it. For safekeeping, nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you were been stalking me. What nerve? Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess, devotees. But of course, that I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends were obviously the ones responsible for the recent ration weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. Yeah, right. I should know I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You'd be willing to share such precious information with me. Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. As you can see where this is heading. The Immaculate Deception. I suppose you didn't share the imbecile's friend. You intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Tim Humphrey. Golden Bazaar. That's in the center. I could have just went this way. Feels like whenever I'm live streaming, I guess it might also be because it's a different server, but the lag is quite pronounced whenever I'm on this character. I wonder if my connection is still superb, considering... Wait. I went the wrong way. I need to go to the Husting Strip. Could be. Where the fuck is this guy at? This is part of the reason why I don't like this area. I don't know where the fuck places are at. I could have sworn the Gold Bazaar... That's the Gold Court. Ooh. Well, we'll just go to the Aetherite Plaza and see where... Wait, Gold Bazaar. Actually, I think that might be in Western Thanalan. Or is it in Central Thanalan? Yeah, right? Well, let's just do this. Oh, it's in Eastern Thanalan. Screw that! We're going to port! Camp Drybone. I thought he had changed back into his normal uniform by now. Oh, there's Humphrey. I am Humphrey, and you are. At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. I mean, you won. That's amazing. Well, well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartno. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Liu, we were. Corey was dab hand with the old magic, he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can. That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Eleazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade, bid him take it to a smithy for restoration, even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel, as if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me! Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Right. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. Alright, oh, whoops. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own. Then you beg others to help you with your problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jajampa is the one to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Eleazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. The boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Eleazar of that priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Yeah, right. It's always that. Although later on you could choose to make it. Like, really? I gotta take part in this? I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, anywheres they determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you described. Presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks. Must we continue to search for the genuine article? Well, if there's a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tisk tisk, you should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie, like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. It's Lapras. Sorry, I was taking a swig. Yeah, right? An Excalibur reference. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Yes, I have to do this. The body is but an instrument in occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Ah, the pain multiplies many-fold. Gently now, gently. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last. My muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Yeah, right. Night oil. Right there, yes. Keep doing that, just like that. Just like, yes. Now, once more with feeling. Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. Takes forever to pick up a pebble in the water. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? No sign of the sword Jampa mentioned, I see. Ah! Yeah, right. Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? It's raining, everyone's already wet. Did something cause you to... It's the sword! Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Sure. Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eleazar's woes will be no more. The veritable deluge in the desert. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God's bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. It is common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I brought your change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from the peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nachu. If you would just bring me that case. Inspector Hildebrand. There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. A challenge for me. Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core, Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing. Hildebrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies in the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna have to push this into the next match, though, or the next stream. I might take a break off of the beaten path and do this side mission right fast. I still got a good 20 minutes, though. Yeah, you get a preview for each one. It's like its own mini-series. It's hilarious. I love this set. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of, no, it's gone. Never mind. The science of deduction. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldan collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I to not investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort of Tatusi and Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Yeah, I wouldn't know that one because I never played 12. Well, I touched Final Fantasy 12 for like a few minutes, and then the moment I got into combat, I was like, nope. And then I never got back into it. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. And the flower girl? That's a Final Fantasy VII reference. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you. Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again I ask, was it because he took from you your share or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. You knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You too, he's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? Not his job, you know, he just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? Try not to think about Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. I got 8. I bought Final Fantasy 8, but I don't think I got 12. I might still have a physical copy of 12, actually. For PS3. I can't see from where I'm sitting. Actually, Vesper Bay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of my Vesper Bay tokens. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you're too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Ah. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Actually, I think I have the same one. It was this limited edition one. It's a metal case and everything. You really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect. What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting, and I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools! I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes. I read the Mithril Eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he would not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Uh-oh. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece of my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on my peerless Inspector Interlopers and despair. Ah. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well, or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable incompetent. To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briardian, consulting inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving inspector. Consulting inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildebrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Right. 2 rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels. You see, I do not want or need your help. Briardian's more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria, and where is my vase? There was this strange flying thing and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... The vase once belonged to the Royal House of Thorn. Do you have an idea how much it was worth? We'll go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. My unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Yeah, right. That one's spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Picked up the vase and old doll, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then a flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nafka's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase, all 5 of us. All 4 of you? I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But, Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, understand? Yeah, this is where it starts getting really interesting, actually. Well, I got a shit ton of missions here. I think this is New Game Plus. Nothing like staring out at the sea to bring an old man back to his glory days. The good old times when his whole life still lay ahead of him, and the greatest adventures were yet to be. Gah, don't you know better than to sneak up on your elders like that, young'un? When you're trying to send me to an early grave? Well, not early as such. But don't tell me, I can see it just from the look of you. You're an adventurer and an accomplished one at that, yes? You may not be the graybeard I am, but I reckon you have a memory too you keen on remembering. So let's say you join me for a while before you return to the road. After all, sometimes reflecting on the past can be just what you need to discover the path you had forged into the future. Right? New Game Plus is unlocked. You now have access to the New Game Plus system. New Game Plus allows you to relive the adventures of your past by replaying previous quests with your current character data. To replay old quests with New Game Plus, open the New Game Plus interface located under Duty in the main menu and select the chapter you wish to experience anew. Please note that special rules and conditions will apply when replaying quests with New Game Plus. For detailed information, please review the help text in the New Game Plus menu. The Weaponsmith of Legend. How fares the adventuring of late? Your gear holding up against the rigors of the trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of your weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. Right? If you're serious about such things, there's someone I can introduce you to. Her name is Rowena, and she is a collector of all manner of rare artifacts. She just might have something in her stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ul'dah, but has since relocated to Revenant's Toll so as to be nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have a reason to go there, you'd do well to pay her a call. Fly, noble steed, fly. Ooh. That would be Copperbell Mines hard. Let's go get that unlocked too. Considering my quest log is full. I only have room for 7 more missions, so I might want to clear some of that out. It depends. If they're, if they have a sinking thing, it's usually for certain, conflicts. Not for everything. An adventurer. Baseless rumors notwithstanding, I can assure you that your meager talents are not needed here. No Hecatonkiers have returned to the mines, and even if they had, the stone torches would be seen to the threat swiftly and ably, as is our wont. I know not what you just heard, but it was most certainly not the tortured scream of some unfortunate miner being consigned to the maw of a bloodthirsty giant birthed from the gods' forsaken depths. Ah, 7 hells, it's true, all of it. We thought we had seen the last of them, but we were wrong. Horribly, dreadfully wrong. Let down our guard we did, and now Copperbell is overrun with a damned legion of the fiends, each one nastier than the last. We've already lost scores of our men to the chaos. The few that have returned alive claim that even the once docile Spriggans have gone mad, falling upon the poor miners in droves. So much for being harbingers of wealth and fortune, eh? The stone torches are loath to lean on the strength of outsiders, but I cannot in good conscience place full pride before the lives of good men any longer. You reclaimed these mines once, the torches, nay, the entire nation of Ul'dah, would be forever in your debt if you could perform the deed again. I beg of you, friend, banish these fiends to the depths, that they may never resurface. Money! Yay! Unlocked. I wonder if I've recouped all the money I spent from Little Lady's Day so far. Oh, sewer syrup. The B-rank hunt. Too bad I don't need it. I need Bloody Mary. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to go up. Yep. The girl what run by earlier, I seen her, had something in her hands but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it doesn't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Is it at the top or at the bottom? Nope, down. A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast you saw earlier? No? Never mind then. That sucks. Oh, yes. A pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Gah, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There's something in the water at the man's feet. The certain flamboyant oath that it should be very familiar. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Gerilda over... Oh. Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. You searched for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your base. Don't fret, Maria, I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. How could I have been so careless? Grab all the potsherds. Get 'em. Takes forever to pick up pieces of stuff. Quicker. A little bit slower. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles of far less, after all. Oh, I have to end it on this. The hammer. Then I get the Manderville dance. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing the space. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Old Da, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Gold Court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer. The hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. Where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean the search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure's all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Yes, henceforth, Gilgamesh is now Greg. Yeah. I was curious, did you notice it was Gilgamesh and didn't say anything? Or you just didn't see it? I was actually kind of waiting for you to spot him out. Okay. Appreciate you keeping quiet on that, but it was hilarious. When I saw him pop up the first time, oh man. I'm starting to remember bits and pieces, but I thought this was further along. I'm glad this actually showed up now, though. This is gonna be hilarious. Yeah, a little bit. It's supposed to be Final Fantasy V's Gilgamesh, if I remember correctly. The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around. Get away from me, Basilisk. I forgot. I'm not max level yet. Stuff can still pull. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, wasn't he a goofball in 5 too? I know in 8 he was supposed. I think 8 he was supposed to be more serious because I think he wasn't he the one that took over for Odin in 8. I forget. It's one of those. The Doblin, the Basilisk, the Saruman, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. But what must you do that is so terrible? I must dance. I'm a Manderville man, doing only what a Manderville can. From the peaks of Kurthus to Thanalan, Manderville man. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. You learned the emote Manderville dance. Alright, I'm gonna pop this, and then I'm gonna end it. Manderville men. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen Chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Yeah, right. You need Mandervilling. Notice the hammers in the heads. Fancy yourself a Manderville man. You would do what only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands via Manderville man. He comes. That's a true heroic entrance. you have naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? By the grace of Fel, what sorcery is this? He yet lives. Flash step. Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Vanderbilt. I told you you'd get a kick out of this. "10 years, Hildebrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead?" "Son? You are Hildy's father?" "Godbert the goldsmith's a Manderville man. Smithing is only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Manderville man." Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more for the sake of Miss Maria. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Hold your applause until the end. Byragot, guide my hammer. Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry and inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others, too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. Thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir? I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildebrand help with the investigation. Cannot say for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his, and Kidu as well, I should think. I see you two possess a strong sense of justice. Well, glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Ho, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. Alright, once I turn this mission in and pick the next one up, I'm done. I'm going way past over, but I just have to do these because they're hilarious. At least I can port the Vesper Bay. I just had to introduce Godbert, because Godbert's hilarious. And by the way, Godbert is the one that did the gold saucer in this game. It's actually called the Manderville Gold Saucer. And there is a huge golden statue of him in Gold Saucer. Ad revenue? What are you talking about? I'm not partner. I haven't been partner in years. I hope she likes it. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Yeah, right. Now see here, Lady Dorilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... gaudy trash. Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize you'd arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady, and it does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder, although I gather from your previous comment that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Ho ho ho, I don't like it, I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and never strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Manderville, the man who took Eland Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years for which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. Who is right here. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans are advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojampo, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. And the real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself, a description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Kurthus. And I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Haha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. The Three Collectors. I'm going to start this one and then it's done. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly smallfolk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. Yeah, right? Oh, Enkidu, I missed you. No. Alright, time for me to head back home. And that'll be it, everyone. Let me go ahead and sit down at my desk. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 43 of my live stream playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you liked it, those of y'all in the future, give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Keep up with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. Though no spoilers, please. Little brother, thank you for sitting around and keeping me company. I hope you have a nice rest. Yeah, right? Anyways, see y'all later.